All right. So the number six is measure your results. Measure your results. So I think I want to just mention something. I mentioned the whole introverts thing right now. So remember that this whole DevRel thing is broad. Sorry, DevMar thing is broad, and the DevRel as well. So you need to understand where your strength lies. And what last week we talked about different roles that you can also get out of the whole DevMar thing. If you're truly, you cannot like people sometimes give you anxiety. If you're an introverted introvert, you can opt in to be a technical writer for the awareness and adoption of for companies. You can always do documentation. You don't need to go to and speak to conferences and talk to people. But if you're able to do all of them, by all means, please do, because it's a lot, you know, I would say it's prettier, but I enjoy doing all of them because it really helps in different areas. Okay, so let's move, measure your results. So we are doing all of these things. How do we know it's working? Measure your results. We spent money, we've been writing for 6 months. Is it working? That's the question. Is it working? This thing I'm doing, is it working? This thing we are doing, is it working? We've written articles, over 50 articles in the last 6 months. Is it working? We attended all the events in Lagos, all the events in Abuja. Is it working? We've got to Nairobi, we came back. Is it working? We sponsored DevFel, we sponsored Oscar, we sponsored all the fests. Is it working? So that's a very important question to ask. Now, it's a lot safer for you to ask this question yourself first. Don't allow management to ask you the question. Ask yourself first and find solution. Because if management asks you this question first, it always leads to plenty of wahala. So ask yourself first, is it working? So if you're given a budget or you're giving a part of the budget to manage, and we have three, for example, if we say we need to do awareness. So the question is, we need to do our objective is web traffic to get more developers in. Is it working? Is writing blog posts working for us? Can we try YouTube videos? Can we try influencer marketing? Can we try ads? Is it working? That's a big important question. Is it working? Now, there's also another point. The reason why most CEOs or people are not, especially developer plus companies, are not really intrigued with the whole DevMar, DevRel thing because they probably think it's not working. And even if you are a DevMar, DevRel in that company, you need to show them it's working for them to bring money. Now, CEOs or leadership, the founders are always trying to, extend runways. They want cash flow is important. We don't want to spend recklessly. But I ask you, please, I need $5,000 to sponsor a conference. It's going to help us do A, B, and B. The money is not the issue. But the issue is, if we give you this money now, is it going to work? We've spent in the last 6 months over $100,000 in conference and meetups. Is it working? Can we? So that's the question we need to ask. The number six, measure results, right? Is there web traffic? Are we getting developers going to the platform? We need to measure results, right? We need to have surveys, check-in, analytics on the platform. How do we know if it's working? What are the KPIs or the metrics we need to use working, right? That's very important. Now, the next question to ask is, how many trials, how many signups did we have in this last quarter? If 1,000 people engaged with this website this month, but only 20 signed up, what's the problem? What are we not doing well? Everything we are doing, is it working? I don't I mean, I'm laughing because I remember a particular experience, but then I'll share it later once we get there. But the question is is it working? That's a very important question. Are we getting trial, getting signups, right? Very important. And then how do we improve and engage with it? Now, engagements. How many developers are engaged? That's now where the whole content distribution comes into place. So we have one video. How do we distribute it? Do we share one video all at once to Instagram stories or Reels? Do we share it to Facebook? No, the Facebook. Or do we share it to sort of TikTok? Or duplicate it to YouTube Shorts? So what is the engagement level? We've done over 20 videos. We only have 20 videos, only have about 100 impressions or views. It's very low. What is happening? Is video content working? Is it working? That's a very important question. So the earlier we ask this question, the better for everybody. Because again, like I've mentioned, it's better you ask the question yourself first and find solution than it comes from management. But then, yes, the question is engagement? Are we getting engagement? Is it working for engagement? There's a question to ask. If our goal was community growth, how many developers do we have in our community now? Is our Discord server growing? Is our Slack growing? Is our Telegram growing? Is it working? What are we doing? Is it working? I've spoken at 3 conferences. I've done ads, I've done this, but developers are coming out low. Why? Is it working? Then again, I think was Toby that asked the question, I'm not sure, about if you have the best strategy, can it still fail? So I gave an answer, yes and no, depending, right? So the measurements will let us to know that if developers are not coming, what's the problem? Are we doing too much? Are we doing too less? Are we focusing on the irrelevant things? I don't know if you're familiar with the 80-20 rule, which says that 80% of your efforts amounts to 20% of your results. And 20% of your efforts amounts to 80% of your results. So we need to focus on a concise, and that's why I asked the question that asked about if you're a dev marketing manager, can you, and the company wants all the objectives, can you do all them at once? You can't know, but what's the results? Is it going to work? That's the question. So we need to really measure, understand, do we have the budgets? Do you have the capacity for it? Maybe it's not working because we are putting in small money. Example is this. If we need web traffic and we run ads on YouTube, you guys can Google ads, and we spend 200, so we spend $100, that's about 100,000 plus, and we spend it. And we want to get 5,000 people registered on this particular platform. And the pay-per-click fee on Google Ads can be expensive, so depending on the keyword. And if the pay-per-click is, sometimes it can go up to $3 per click. We're spending only $100 in that ads, which means, hold on. So you're only spending $100 in that ads. The result we're going to get definitely is going to be low. We're not going to get more than 50 people, even given the loss what's it called? Loss and balance, can't remember. But then, given all things being equal, we'll not get up to 30 people from that particular engagement if we spend $100 in a $3 per click campaign. We add more money. So is it working? Yes, no, because of the budget, because of the content, what's going on? So ask about that question, right? And then, yeah, so these are the 6 things that needs to be considered for any good DevRel strategy. The first being, who are we targeting? What are our goals? This thing wants to do now. What is the aim? Is it to increase awareness? Is it for adoption? Is it for advocacy? So that we not spend money. That is another thing from the results. Is it working? Is it working? Perhaps we are doing things that are meant for adoption, expecting awareness results. We're doing things for advocacy, expecting adoption results. So we need to really understand what the goal is, where to find developers, the right channels, content, what kind of content do we need? So we don't gonna be wasting our energy creating white papers. What we need to be creating is tutorials, relationship needs to be built, and of course, measure your results.